I think at the beginning, like all people, I probably wanted to please my teachers and parents and, be loved and admired for what everyone's doing. I guess when you're a kid, that's usually the reason why you do drawings or do your homework, because you want to please your tutors and be approved of. But I rapidly realized that, rather than doing that, it was in fact shaking them in some way. And I suppose film does have that potential to invade and change reality a little by forcing people to see reality through your eyes instead. And people have such a fixed definition of what reality is that by introducing them to a couple of other concepts, it can really fluster them. Well, I guess I'm a filmmaker and an anthropologist. I started out trying to be an anthropologist, but got chucked out of South Africa and discovered that I had an aptitude for movie making. Since then, I've been trying very hard to shoot things which no one else has ever seen, to bring back images that the public aren't going to encounter on a day-to-day basis. I guess, cursed from the beginning by virtue of having a father who wanted to be a filmmaker originally. He was a total failure as a filmmaker, but he had a lot of editing equipment upstairs. And he forced me to watch King Kong when I was 4 years old, rented a 60mm print and subjected me to this. Then graduated to a film class in Rondebosch when I was about 13, 14. Shot a Super 8 movie on Table Mountain that got me expelled from the film school. It wasn't political in any way. But I guess it was just the tone of the imagery plus the sense of danger in the piece that upset the film tutors. I've got the letter from him still. It said that Richard's attitude that he wanted to shoot a good film at all costs hit me just like a, quote, slap in the face, unquote. If one student adopts this attitude, then other members of the workshop may be tempted to copy it, and chaos in block capital letters only can ensue.
I didn't see anybody!
Get ready for an encounter with some seriously heavy metal.
Well, plainly the short films I was making at the beginning are a lot purer in a way because I wasn't so worried about getting paid. Of course, it's extremely hard or more or less impossible to make money out of the film industry if you're doing something that you actually care about.
Get ready for Hardware.
Silence of the Lambs came out. Hardware was successful, and Miramax decided they wanted to make a serial killer movie, just any serial killer movie immediately. They were aware of Dust Devil because I'd been peddling it around trying to get funding, and it was suddenly shunted into production. Kind of almost against my will. It was greenlit very rapidly and dramatically. And I started on it when I was very young because it seemed to me to be the easiest movie we could shoot in South Africa. Well, I tried to work out a story that revolved around basically two characters in a car in the middle of nowhere. And I thought, okay, a girl driving car picks up guy and we can shoot it in the Karoo or in the Nama, but it seemed like a very simple approach. Whenever I actually shoot a movie, it's always a black hole into which I shovel money. It always destroys every relationship in my life, and I always end up usually desolate and bankrupt at the very end of it. I mean, the actual stuff that I shoot seems to always be that way. The then lead actor, Russell Copley, another Copley, his best friend was driving my Volkswagen on the way to the shoot and had a head-on collision with a vehicle coming the other way. And in the middle of a thunderstorm, literally on the way to the very first shoot. I remember when we were picking up the bodies basically and carrying them across the road afterwards in the middle of the thunderstorm, thinking, oh my God, what have we gotten into here? When the police arrived shortly afterwards, they asked us what the name of the film was that we were shooting, and I said, Dust Devil. And I remember the cop walking away, giggling to himself, Dust Devil, Dust Devil. And yeah, from the very beginning, it was 100 miles of rough road, that movie.
What a story. Not every horror is a creation of the mind.
Well, just completed a short movie and we shot in the Pyrenees, a film called The Mother of Toads, which is a film about the occult and drawing on the works of H.P. Lovecraft and Clark Ashton Smith. It's my first time out with the Necronomicon, and it's a short film about an American anthropology student looking for the real Necronomicon somewhere in the Pyrenees. I mean, I'm sure that I was also influenced by reading too many comics and by Robert E. Howard, the Conan the Barbarian guy. I read books like The Lost Valley of Iskander and stuff, and really wanted to move back into some pre-Christian kind of dark age. I mean, for a long time the moving image was the prerogative of sorcery and something that the conventional church really frowned on. I mean, I definitely can't buy into the idea of a all-wise, all-kind, all-knowing kind of Judeo-Christian deity, just from the point of view that whoever's in charge, if anything is in charge, is obviously cruel and mischievous. Big events, you know, any spiritual revelation or kind of anything that you're really going to learn from has to happen to you. You can't really get it from reading about it from someone else. And if you tell people about things, it's like telling them you've seen a UFO or something. It's never going to really connect with them unless they've actually seen it for themselves.